Hi there, everyone. My name is Ezekiel, and in this video, I've decided to actually make this video because I've realized that there are those who are really in need for this video. So, in some cases, you find out that your computer it is slow. So we have two different situations in our case where our computer can be slow. Number one is that the computer can be slow uh, from the store, from the shop. It can come slow as it is. Why might it be slow from the store? It is because the computer processor it is less than 2 gigahertz, or the processor speed it is in megahertz, which is also less than it is less in numbers. So if your computer is using megahertz, not gigahertz, and if your computer gigahertz is less than 2, then consider your computer to be slow. Consider your computer slowage to be the nature of the computer. You cannot change it. You cannot change it. But I've made another video where I talk about upgradation of processors, and then how are they gonna be upgraded and what to do if not. So I've made another video which you can then go and watch. So since I've explained about the case where the computer is slow from the nature, from the store when you purchase it, uh, there is nothing you can do if the gigahertz, the processor speed it is less than 2 gigahertz, and also if your computer it is using megahertz. So that can be the factors that contributing to your computer to be slow, and that it is the nature of your computer, and then you cannot do anything about it. But I've made a video about the upgradation of processors and those all important factors. So now, as I've explained the first scenario, the second scenario is that you can find that your computer processor speed it is above 2 gigahertz, and then which is recommended to be good, and then the RAM is also good, everything is good, but your computer is slow. So in that scenario, if your computer is slow, whether your processor speed is in gigahertz and is more than 3, and the RAM is fine, everything is fine with the device specification. So now we are going to go through the factors that might be causing your computer to be slow in that option, in that scenario. So we are going to go through the factors that are contributing to the slowage of your computer. So now we have step number one. We have step number one that might be causing your computer to be slow. So step number one, it might be that your computer is not up to date. So make sure that at all the times that your computer it is up to date. Make sure that your computer it is up to date on Windows updates. And also important information, if you have upgraded from Windows 10 to 11, I stress this out. Make sure that there are apps that will also need to be upgraded together with the Windows. So you must make sure that those apps or those softwares are also upgraded. Because if they are not upgraded and you have just upgraded your Windows, then that will cause slowage on your computer performance. Your computer is going to be slow even when you have upgraded Windows. So on the upgrade of your Windows, make sure that some applications that also need to be upgraded, they are upgraded or they are up to date. So make sure on that case. So now let's go to the computer and see on how we can then check our Windows updates, so that we can check if our Windows is up to date. So we are now going to go to the settings. We are now going to go to the settings. Let's go to the settings. Let's go to the settings. So when you are on settings like this, you are now going to go to uh, uh, update and security. So when you are on update and security, uh, you are going to be directed to this page. On Windows updates, you are going to be directed to this page, and when you are on this page, it will show you on the history that when was the last time did you updated your Windows. So let's go to the history here. Yeah, on this option here it says view update history. This is the history of the Windows updates. So you click on it. So after clicking on it, it's gonna display to you this page. This page is gonna show you when was the last time did you made your Windows updates. So this is also one of the important factors that might be also causing your computer to be slow, because Windows is one of the important kind of system that must always be up to date. So now looking at my computer, it shows me that I'm just recently made some updates on my Windows. So this is where you come and you check if your computer it is recently updated or not. So since that is the case, I have explained about the Windows updates. We are now going to go to step number 2, but make sure about the Windows updates, because they are important, very important. So since that is the case about Windows updates, we then have the second step on our list. So the second step on our list is that we have to make sure at all times that there are no programs or apps or any browser tabs that are running at the same time. Like you opened multiple tasks at the same time, multiple programs, apps that are running at the same time. So at all the times, make sure that when you are busy with one task at your computer, make sure that there are no any other programs that are running unknowingly. So programs that and apps that are opened at the same time. So make sure at all times that you focus on one task, and then you close any other programs that are not necessary, that are not useful, that are not actually being in use. So since that is the case about step number 2, we are now going to go to step number 3. So on step number 3, we are going to make sure that the system is managing the page file size according to its normal standard. So that is also one of the important factors that we must check. We must at all times make sure that the page file size it is in its normal standard. So now let's go to the search bar on our left hand side down there. Let's go to the search bar. So since we are on the search bar, we are then going to type the word advanced system. You type the word advanced system. So when you have typed the word advanced system, it's display to you this page here where it says view advanced settings. So you click on view advanced settings. So when you are on view advanced settings, gonna then direct you to this page that says system properties. So when you are on system properties, you are now going to go you see system properties, it says computer name, it says hardware, it says advanced, it says system protection, it says remote. So under these options here we have performance. So on performance, it has settings, so you click on settings. So after clicking on settings, it's gonna direct you to this box here that says performance options. So when you are on performance options, it says visual effects, it says advanced, it says data execution prevention. You click on advanced. Then after clicking on advanced, it's gonna display to you this information here where it says processor scheduling, and it says a virtual memory. So you come to virtual memory, then you click on change. So after clicking on change like this, it's gonna display to you this box here that says virtual memory. So when you are on virtual memory like this, you are going to come to this checkbox here, and then you then select the checkbox. If you find out that this checkbox is not selected, then you select the checkbox. But if it is selected, you then leave it the way it is. So this is the information on the checkbox. It says automatically manage paging file size for all drives, paging file size for each drive. So then you select the checkbox. Then after selecting the checkbox, you then click on OK. So after clicking on OK like this, then it will then request you to then restart your computer so that the changes that you have made can now be effective. So now, since that is the case about step number 3, we are now going to move to step number 4. We are now going to move to step number 4. We are now going to move to step number 4. So since that is the case, we are going to move to step number 4. We are going to move to step number 4. So on step number 4, we are now going to actually make sure that we have enough space. Number 4, you must make sure that your computer, it has enough space to run the computer system. It's very important that your computer, it must have enough space so that it can operate the computer system. So let's go to some steps where we can then free up some space for us. Bear in mind that space, it can be occupied by the applications. It can be occupied by the applications or any kind of software. So now we are going to go to the settings. Let's go to the settings. Let's go to the settings. Remember, the main aim about this is about to free up some space. So now you are going to go to apps. So when you are on apps, you are going to go to, you see we have apps here. It says apps, it says apps and features. So you come to the apps here, and then when you are on the apps, you will then uninstall the apps that you don't use. So this is very important because the apps are the ones that are actually using a huge kind of space. They're using a huge kind of space. So when you want to free up some space in your PC, apps must be the first thing that you actually consider. So now on my list, let me just slowly scroll up so that I can see which one I can uninstall. But on my case, I have space. Everything is running smoothly, but I just want to demonstrate to you how you can then uninstall those apps that you no longer use, or those apps that are having a huge kind of storage use. So you click on the app. Let me just make example by this. Let me just actually let's see the spaces that the apps are actually consuming. So you can see the apps, which is 3D viewer, it is consuming 144 gig of our space. So this app, it is actually having a lot of space for us. So you can see these apps 304 gig, 16 gig, 152 gig, 14 193 gig, 543 gig. So these apps are the ones that are consuming a lot of space in your PC. So when you want to free up some space, you have to come to the apps. The apps are the first things which you must check so that you can free up some space and then allow the system to have enough space to run the system. So yeah, those apps which are not in use, you come here and then you uninstall them. So that is it about freeing up some space from apps. We are now going to go to the storage. So now, since you are on the settings like this, you are now going to go to system. So when you are on system, you are now going to go to the storage. So when you are on the storage, it's going to display to you this page. You see on the system, and when you are on the system, you go to storage. So when you are on storage, that's where you will see which files are actually having a lot of space, which files are having a lot of space, and how can we enter into the files and free up some space for ourselves. So on the storage, you have this icon here. We have this icon here. This icon is the icon that when you switch it on, it's going to automatically free up some space for you. It's going to delete automatically. It's going to delete files in the recycle bin, files in the downloads. So you switch this icon on. But the disadvantage of this icon is that when you have decided to restore some files which you have deleted, you won't go to the recycle bin and find those files. They will automatically be deleted. So this option, it has a disadvantage by automatically deleting, because you have no any other chance to go back to the recycle bin and restore those files which you have changed your mind about. So that is this about the icon here on the automatic delete. We have a manual option where we can delete songs files manually on ourselves. So we have music. So on music, you can go and then you delete some songs, and then so that you can free up some space, because looking at the music, it says 193 gig, so it has a lot of space for us. And then we have pictures, which is about 131 gig. You can also delete some pictures and then free up some space. Apps and features, you can see that the 6.5 gig. So we have temporary files. So on temporary files it says 26.2 gig, and then we have videos, which is 18.6 gig. So you come to temporary files. Let's click on temporary files. Let's click on temporary files. So when we're on temporary files like this, we have recycle bin, we have temporary files, we have downloads. So you select the checkbox, and after selecting the checkbox, we are then going to remove these files. So on the recycle bin, you have the option to go to the recycle bin. If you have changed your mind about the files that we've deleted and you want to restore them, you can go to the recycle bin folder, and then you restore those files. And then after restoring those files, you are now going to come and then you click here on the checkbox, and then let's go to temporary files. You come and then you click on temporary files. So temporary files is temporary files on the apps. These temporary files are the actually files that have been created by the apps when they are operating, and then they are actually temporary files, and then they can be deleted because of there is no use for them. So you come here, you click on temporary files, and then you come to downloads. So on downloads, I recommend that you do it manually, so that if there are some things which you have downloaded and you still want them, you can then not delete them, but delete the ones that you don't want. So on that one, we just leave it the way it is. Let's go to system era memory dump files. You then select the checkbox because these are the era system memory dump files. These files were created when the errors on the system occurs. So you come, you select the checkbox. So we have Windows updates cleanup. You just leave it the way it is. We have temporary Windows installation files. You also just leave it the way it is. We have thumbnails. Thumbnails are the duplicate of the pictures which are in your computer. You then come and then you click on you select the checkbox, so that we will then delete. So delivery optimization files, you leave it. Microsoft Defender antivirus, this is a non-critical files used by the Microsoft Defender. So you also come and then you select the checkbox. System error mini dump files, you also select the checkbox. Temporary internet files, you also select the checkbox. And these are the temporary files that are created by the websites. So you come and you select the checkbox, so that they will be deleted. So we have DirectX shader cache. So you also select the checkbox. It says cleanup files created by the graphics system, which can speed up application load time and improve responsiveness. So they will be regenerated as needed. So if they are needed, then they will be regenerated. So you come and then you select the checkbox, and then Windows error reports and feedbacks. You also come and select the checkbox. This is the files that were created when the Windows it reports errors. It gives feedback of the Windows. So you come also, you select the checkbox, and after selecting the checkbox like this, you are now going to remove these temporary files. You click on remove files, then after clicking on remove files, is going to then remove everything for you. Then that is the way to free up some space. So you also have an option to come and then go to the search bar here on our left hand side, and then you type disk cleanup. You type disk cleanup. So after typing disk cleanup, you click on disk cleanup. it's gonna then open this page for you. So let it open. So since it opened like this, you see we have downloaded program files. It said 0 bytes. You just unselect it. It says temporary internet files, which is 5.96 megabytes. So you select the checkbox and also you scroll down to see any other files that might be using a lot of space. So we have recycle bin. You also select the recycle bin, which is about 20.1 gig, and then we have temporary files, which is 3.27 gig. We have thumbnails, which is 91.9 megabytes. So since that is the case, you come and then you select OK here, and then everything is now going to be deleted, and then you will now have enough space for your computer to then run the system. So since that is the case about step number 4, we are now going to go to step number 5, where we are going to adjust the performance of the windows. So this option, it also affects the appearance of the computer, but we have no choice if we want to actually increase the performance of the windows. So let's go to the search bar on our left hand side at the bottom there, and then we type the word performance. We then type the word performance, the word performance, the word performance. So after typing the word performance, it's gonna display to us on top there. It says adjust the appearance and performance of Windows control panel. Then you click on it. So after clicking on it, it's going to direct you to this page that says performance options. So when it says performance options, it says visual effects, it says advanced, it says data execution prevention. So it says adjust for best performance. So you come and then you click on adjust for best performance, and after clicking on adjust for best performance, you then click on apply. So after clicking on apply like this, you are now going to click on OK. 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 So after clicking on OK like this, it's gonna then boost your Windows performance. But bear in mind that this option also changes how your computer looks like it changes the appearance of your computer. The letters will be in a form that you might not like them, and if that is the case, you can then you can now then come to this option again, and then when you are on this option again that says performance options, and then it says visual effects, you can come and then use this option that says let Windows choose what best for my computer. So if you don't like the appearance of your computer letters, you can still leave this option that says let Windows choose what's best for my computer. So after clicking on this option, then you click on apply. So after clicking on apply, you click on OK. So the letters will be the way you want them to be. So since that is the case about adjusting the Windows performance, which is step number 5, we are now going to go to step number 6. So on step number 6, we have the online services that stores information for you on the internet, on the online services, so that when your computer it is crashed, or when your computer it is stolen, it is lost, or anything happened to your computer where you can no longer access your information onto computer, you can then access your information on the online services that work together with OneDrive, OneDrive, that work together with Google Drive, that work together with Google Cloud, that work together with Dropbox. So this kind of applications, which is OneDrive, they are actually syncing the information. They are importing information from your PC to the online stores on the internet. So when you are using your computer, you can then pause those transfer activities so that they might not affect the performance of the Windows, so that it will be fast and perform according to the way you expect it to be. So we are now going to pause those transferring of information by the apps called those OneDrive, Dropbox, and Google Drive. So you are now going to go to, let's go to the settings so that we can stop those we can stop those apps from actually transferring information. So you are now going to go to the settings. Let's go to the settings. Let's go to the settings. So now when you are on the settings, you come to network and internet. So when you are on network and internet, you see we have status, and these options here on our left hand side we have status. So on the status you come, and then you see you're gonna be directed to this page where it shows where you have connected to the internet. Then you click on properties. So after clicking on properties like this, you're gonna go to a set as a metered connection. So you are going to switch this icon on. So switching this icon on is going to restrict those applications from being active in transferring information to the online stores. It's going to restrict those online it's going to restrict those apps like OneDrive from actually operating. It's going to be restricted as you have set this option as a metered connection. So since that is it about OneDrive, Dropbox, Google Drive, pausing it, we are now going to go to step number. We are going to go to step number 7. So on step number 7, we are going to go to startup apps, where we are actually going to set them off so that they might not start together with the Windows, so that they might not operate together with the Windows when you switch on your computer, so that your Windows can be active and then hyperactive. So now let's go to the settings. So when we are on the settings like this, we are now going to go to apps. So when we are on apps like this, we go to startup. So when we are on startup, we have these applications here. These applications are the ones that start together with the Windows. So we are going to switch them off based on their importance. Those that are important to start together with the Windows, we will leave them on as they are, but those that are not important to start together with the Windows, we are then going to switch them off. So on my side, I have Adobe Acrobat Speed Launcher, which is off, and then I have ExpressVPN notification service data, which is on, and then I have HP One Agent service, which is on. I have HP host launcher, which is off. I have Microsoft Defender, which is on. Microsoft Defender is also very important, then it is on. So I have Microsoft Edge, which is a browser for internet, and then it is on. It must run together with the Windows, so that I can then be able to be productive on internet. My internet can be fast, and then yeah. So we have Microsoft OneDrive. It is off because I don't want it to start together with the Windows. So we have phone link, which is off. We have Radeon Software Startup Task, which is on. We have Realtek HD Audio Universal Services, which is on. And then we have Skype, which is on. We have SmartUp, which is on. We have Spotify, which is off. We have WhatsApp, which is off. We have Windows security notification icon, which is on. You must be notified on the threats that are trying to attack the Windows. So Windows security notification icon, it must be on. My HP system 3, it is off. So you switch them on or off based on their importance. If that application is very important to run together with the Windows, then you leave it on as it is. And then yeah, so that is it about startup apps. We are now going to go to virus, which is step number 8. On step number 8, we are going to check if our computer is not affected by the virus. And then if it is affected by the virus, then we are going to make sure that we take relevant actions to make sure that the virus is out of the computer, and then the computer is protected from viruses. So, and bear in mind that on antiviruses, it's very important that you only install one antivirus that is operating in your computer, because if you have installed multiple antiviruses that are also running in one device at the same time, they can cause your computer to be slow. So make sure that only one antivirus is running in your computer. And then if you're using Windows 10, bear in mind that Windows 10 comes together with the antivirus from the store. So you have an advantage to use the Windows Security Defender that comes together with the Windows 10 with your computer. So if you don't have any of such, then you can go and download antivirus from the Microsoft Store. Bear in mind that any other stores that sells the antivirus, they might be harmful, they might be dangerous to your computer. So you must be very careful on which stores do you buy those antiviruses from. So now we are simply going to go to we are simply going to go to the settings. Let me just start from scratch. You click on settings. Then after clicking on settings, we are going to go to update and security. So when we are on update and security, we are going to go to Windows security. So when we are on Windows security, it's gonna open to us this page. So when this page it is open to us, we are gonna open Windows security. So you click on Windows security. So after clicking on Windows security like this, it's gonna display to you this page. So on this page, you are now going to utilize your Windows Security Defender. So it's going to display to you this information to show you that Windows Security Defender is on and it's protecting your computer, your Windows. So on my case, you can see on virus and threat protection, it shows this sign. So this sign shows me that I need to take an action and make sure that my computer it is protected. So this means I need to do something about this situation here. On account protection, it shows you with this sign here that everything is right and then no action needed. And then also on firewall and network protection, no action needed. Apps and browser control, no action needed. And then device security, also there's a sign that shows you that everything is right. And device performance and healthy, it shows you that no action needed, everything is okay. Family options, everything is also okay. So Windows Security Defender is on and it is now active to protect my Windows. So yeah, that is it about the antivirus, and then making sure that we protect our computer. So other computers, they use we also have a McAfee Total Protection, which is a subscription. uh, it is a subscription, and then I don't actually recommend it, but if you can afford that subscription, then that is no problem. So our other computers use Bitdefender antivirus, others use Norton 360. So these are the kind of antiviruses that we have. So since that is the case about step number 8, we are now going to go to the last step on our list, which is step number 9. So on step number 9, we are okay. On step number 9, we are going to restore our computer system. If we have made some changes to the Windows updates, or we have downloaded some new applications and softwares, and those kind of updates, they are actually causing your computer to be slow. So in that case, you have the option to then restore your computer from the normal standard that you know, which was operating. So if the changes has been made within 7 days or less than 14 days, then this option is going to be useful for you. But if it's more than 14 days, then this option, it won't be useful for you. So now we are going to go to the search bar on our left hand side, and we type the word advanced. Type the word advanced system. So after typing the word advanced system, you click on it. So after clicking on it like this, it's going to then direct you to this page that says system properties. So when you are on system properties, it says computer name, hardware, advanced, and then system protection. You click on system protection. After clicking on system protection like this, it's going to display to you this page, this information here. It says system restore. So when it says system restore like this, you come and then you click on system restore. So after clicking on system restore like this, it's gonna display to you this page that says restore system files and settings. When it says restore system files and settings, you then click on next. So after clicking on next like this, it's gonna direct you to finish page. So when you are on finish page, and then you then select finish, then after selecting finish, it's going to restore your system files and settings. So yeah, that is how you can do it. That is how you can make your PC to be fast. That's how you can actually set up your computer to be fast. So since that is the case about making sure that your computer performance is fast and then it's no longer slow, I hope that this video becomes too helpful to you, becomes too beneficial for you. There are some other videos which I've made about checking your computer performance. How can you know if this computer it's going to be fast or not? There's other video which I've made, and then you can go and then check that video. So from me to you is subscribe to the channel, and then let's explore the world of computers together. So from me to you, it's bye bye.